What's the workload from the investor's perspective?
So once the investor chooses to say, yes, I'm interested, I want to carry this through probably to actual funding.
After someone goes through the process, so they receive some marketing materials, they get onto the platform,
Yep.
They see all the rest of the deal information, and they're communicating with either Darcy or Joe, depending on what their needs are. They decide to sign up and become a fund member. And then at that point, we send them legal documents. And once those are signed, a capital call letter. How do you think through those aspects in terms of what it is that you're expecting from the investors and what are the investors needing to do and provide? What's the workload from the investor's perspective?
The beginning of that step. So once the investor chooses to say, yes, I'm interested, I want to carry this through probably to actual funding. This step of actually going through the subscription workflow, that's your second major touch point or checkpoint, if you will. And I view it as our job, as in Lexcraft advisors, to make that piece of the process as easy as it can possibly be for each and every investor who comes onto the platform. For our clients, friction creates lost investment opportunities. And so what we're trying to do is to look at each investor who comes in and say, what kind of support do we think this individual needs? And that might come from your side where you have a relationship with them and know, hey, they've asked about XYZ. It might come from an email that came in through to us asking a question. And so what we're doing is we're triaging each of those independently based on what we think the investor's needs are. So in a sense, what we're trying to do here is create like a concierge service to take the investor from the point where they look at that deal room for the first time to then get through the process of subscribing and ultimately funding and onboarding. And it's all done through the lens of trying to just reduce friction as close to zero as we possibly can.
Yeah. And I know, at least from our setup, the way that I think about it is that our team is responsible for making sure that the investor doesn't lose whoever their point of contact was on our team about the deal, and making sure that we're not just dumping them off to a third party to take their money, which is a complaint that I've actually heard from real investors about other management groups.
It's a real issue.
Yeah. And so that's something I'm cognizant of and have obviously been trying to work through with you guys to make sure that's not the case. And then, so we have the deal side, the relationship side, and you guys are taking care of the technical component. I call it the technical component. It's really making sure that, like you said, the friction level is reduced and the investors can move through if they want to.
It's technical, but human-centric at the same time.
You guys care about making sure that the people are getting the things that they need done.
Well, it's interesting because at that point in the process where someone has decided that they're interested in pursuing this opportunity, they become customers to both of us. They're customers to you in the sense that they're going to become clients, investors. They're customers to us in the sense that it becomes our responsibility, like I said before, to get them through the process as painlessly as possible. So I think through that, there's full alignment. And I think that the procedures that you guys have put together reflect that, and it's worked well.